how to network like a champion so you can maximize your time and get most out of your networking initiatives. I know a lot of people who do a great job in going to so many events. There's tons of events everywhere you can go. There's meetups, there's networking activities put out by associations, Chamber of Commerce, even businesses that put out those networking events. But there's got to be some thought goes into where and when you go to these events and how you maximize your time. Before you go to any networking events, first and foremost, you have to figure out, you have to know who is your ideal customer profile. If you don't have a good understanding of your ideal customer profile, you're wasting a lot of time and efforts, whether you're doing sales or marketing. Because once you have a good understanding of your ideal customer profile, who are they? What are their pain points? Where do they congregate for information, right? What kind of information resonate well with them? What are some of the business challenges that are facing that industry as a whole, right? So understanding that ideal customer profile and what triggers are happening in their industry or in their organizations that cause them to take the next step in the buying process of doing business with someone like you. So if you have a good understanding of that, it will help you narrow down the type of networking events that you should be going out to. So once you have your ideal customer profile, the next thing you need to figure out is where do those ideal customer profiles congregate for information gathering and also to network, right? So if you know where your ideal customers go to for networking and for any sort of information gathering or learning and researching, those are the places that you want to be actively involved in. And you want to find those places or events and be extremely active in those communities. Once you're there in those communities, you want to start building relationships and you want to be relevant and you also want to be present. So just don't be there to just collect business cards or just to meet and greet, but you want to be intentional about the kind of companies that you want to meet or the individuals and be intentional about building relationships. So a lot of times people just grab business cards, and I'm also guilty of it. Grab the business cards, go back home, and go to your offices and never reach back to those people, or you make one or two connections and you do very little to follow through on those relationships. So that leads me to the next step, which is being intentional about the follow-throughs with the people that you actually met. So you need to have some systems and processes in place for doing that. One of the ways that I found it very effective is using LinkedIn as a way to connect with those people that you met at those events. Send them an invitation and be very personal and be very courteous about their time as well. And then also may find it useful to use their emails and get in touch with them directly via email as well. And then lastly is having some sort of a follow-up sequences and strategy in place to do that. So if you don't already have a marketing automation system or a good CRM that has automations and sequence in place, you need to have something like that in your organization so you can put these people that you're meeting in some sort of a sequence to make sure that you're staying in touch with them on an ongoing basis, that you're top of mind. If all you do is go to networking events, you collect some business cards, you send one email, but you do very little in terms of staying top of mind with those prospects, then you're not going to build any relationships and you're probably not going to get anywhere with those conversations that you started. So those are some tips that I have, and if you do those things, I can guarantee you that you will build more relationships. And even if those people may or may not directly become a sales opportunity for you, but they will know what you do, they will know the customers that you probably can help, and they will make introductions that will lead to sales opportunities in the future. So hopefully you can follow these tips and maybe beneficial for you in the long run as you plan to invest into networking in the coming days.